All right, man. Not talking too much about the previous two games. I mean, just more, just how you feeling after those first two, and kind of talk about your progression and where you're at this week.
I feel good. I mean, it obviously didn't end how we wanted last week, but I mean, we're moving on from that. And going into this game, you know, it's a big opportunity for us. First conference game of the season, and it's going to be big on how we go out and play. And I want to go out and have a big game. I'm sure this team as well want to go out and have a big game.
I was talking to Keon earlier, and he was, asked him, who can we expect to see make a play this week? If you had to say one player to watch this week, first thing he said, Josh Williams. I mean, his face kind of lit up when he did it too. I mean, you kind of, as one of the senior guys, I mean, how much does that inspire you to even keep playing, even harder? Or does a guy like you even notice that? I mean, you just kind of have one gear and go.
It inspires me not to know that, those guys are looking at me to make plays and looking at me to have big games for them. And I think it puts pressure on me. And for me personally, I kind of like that because I think it pushes me to work harder during the week and prepare myself to play good on Saturdays.
Yeah. Obviously, you had some time through fall camp and everything, but each week that goes by, do you find the kind of camaraderie of sorts with your fellow teammates, and especially the defensive line, still builds each week?
Yeah, it does. Most definitely it builds each week. I think from week 1 to week 2 we made a jump, and we're still making a jump now. And I think that's just continuing throughout the season. And I feel like everything gels and it gets tighter as time goes on because you get more comfortable playing with the guys that's next to you.
Are you happy with your production so far?
I feel like I've had some okay games the first couple games. I feel like I can play better and I want to play better.
Well, I mean, when you say better, what do you mean? You mean statistically, or just things kind of even don't necessarily pop up there?
Just technique-wise and statistic-wise as well. I mean, it all ties in together.
Do you even look at your stat sheet when you're done? Does that even mean anything to you, or is it just play by play, assignment by assignment?
I go play by play. I mean, I would be lying if I said that I didn't look at the stats at the end of the game. But at the end of the day, I think the biggest thing, the most important thing is getting the win. Because if you don't get the win, to me, those stats don't really mean anything.
What about TCU? I mean, what kind of thing? You got a lot of different fronts. How does that affect your position specifically?
I mean, yeah, they get in a lot of different fronts and do a lot of different things. For me, in my position, it's knowing what to expect out of the different fronts that they get in. When there's a tight end or when they're in an open set, they like to run different plays. So it's knowing what to expect and knowing what I got coming at me when they're in different situations.
And do you have to do anything different with the team that lines up different, or you just kind of, as a defense, you just kind of line up and try to impose what you're doing upon them as opposed to reacting to what they're doing? I mean, with so many different things, I imagine you do different approaches, but with a team like that, I mean.
Yeah, there's different things, different schemes when going up against a team like that, because you have to be able to stop what they're going to do. You can't just line up in one defense and expect that to work against everything, or they'll expose and attack certain situations. So yeah, you have to do things a little different.
Cool. What about the strip? That was his last week, right?
The who?
The forced fumble.
Oh no, that was
the previous week.
Yeah.
What's that like when you feel that? Can you feel that ball come out? Do you know, or you just kind of listen?
I mean, you just gotta go out and get it, man. I went to go get it. One guy's making a tackle, go for the next guy coming in and go for the balls. That plays in the past for me though, and I need to go out and make more big plays like that.
Oh, man, what did you feel like on Sunday after that game?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah. What about, do you get any football watching on Sunday, or?
Yeah, I try to watch a little bit. I have a couple friends that's in the NFL and play for a couple different teams, so I try to watch them when I can.
Cool, man. You know anything about that music from yesterday, practice?
The music from yesterday?
Yeah.
That's some old WCW, WWF, man.
Yeah, what do you know about that?
Huh?
What do you know about that?
That was my stuff as a kid. Yeah, I used to watch wrestling as a kid.
Yeah, you're a semi-older guy, one of the oldest guys. Who do you like from back in the day?
Back in the day? Undertaker.
Undertaker, you do?
Yeah.
Are you still too young for a Hulk Hogan or Ultimate Warrior, those guys?
Hulk Hogan was cool, but I was an Undertaker guy, man. Yeah. His entrance was always cool, and he always wanted to put somebody in the casket. So.
Yeah, and I don't know who's lying to me. I assume you'll give me the same answer, but you're done with it now, right?
Done with what?
The WWE,
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Nobody's admitting to watching. I know somebody's lying to me.
Man, it's fake, man. It's fake. You all the things that was cool as a kid that you saw, now you be like, oh, that ain't real.
Yeah, Mike Ragone was thinking he might be able to get a tryout when he's done with football. You think he's the kind of guy that can get in there?
Mike's going to be a wrestler or something crazy like that.